flight deck crew as well. Frontier Airlines first officer.
Roger, Hornet 1. Change to departure control. Have a good flight. Welcome.
On the runway. After the F-18 is airborne, the pilot raises the landing gear. He then starts a right climbing turn on course. During this mission, the flight will attack a simulated enemy airport. Then they will fly against simulated enemy fighter aircraft, and they'll end the mission by landing on a simulated aircraft carrier. To begin the attack, the pilot locates his target by mapping the ground with his high-resolution radar. For a more detailed radar image of the target, the pilot switches to the Expand 2 mode. He then updates the target's location. Using the forward-looking infrared sensor, the pilot visually identifies the target. Once he's sure of the target, the pilot flies low to avoid detection. In the next cockpit display you'll see, the pilot will check the store's management display on the left multipurpose tube. The bombs are ready. When the pilot releases the bombs, you'll see the symbol at the left outboard wing disappear. When close to the target, the pilot performs this pop-up maneuver to achieve a good dive angle for weapon delivery. The bomb count on the status display decrements, and the vertical line on the HUD flashes when the pilot releases the bomb. The F-18's advanced radar system can detect and lock on to air-to-air targets far beyond visual range. When the target gets inside missile range, the pilot fires. Your wingman fires at another threat. The Hornet goes after another target with its 20mm gun. The air-to-air modes are shown looking through the HUD brackets. When the target is in the gun sight, the pilot fires. Your wingman fires at another target. After a long mission, it's time to go home.
Carrier approach. This is Hornet 1. Ready for landing. Roger, Hornet 1. Engage your automatic carrier landing system. Coco, automatic landing system is engaged. Roger, you are clear to land.
We now conclude this mission with the FA-18 Hornet, a strike fighter that incorporates advanced technology to help keep tomorrow's peace.
Is it all by yourself?
equipment inside the spacecraft was 100% oxygenated environment, and there was an electrical fire.
Is organized so that the fighter, attack, and support aircraft take off in the proper order. First, the SH-3 helicopter leaves the deck. It is stationed alongside the carrier to be ready for search and rescue in the event an aircraft is in trouble and the pilot has to eject. The S-3 Viking, as well as the helicopter, are the carrier's anti-submarine defense. Then, the Ka-6 tankers, with their fuel supply, are launched. E-2C Hawkeye is catapulted. Its all-seeing radar will keep an eye on the activity in the area and coordinate the battle action. The EA-6B is launched. It will jam enemy radar. The A-6E intruders are next. Now the F-14 Tomcats leave the deck. They have the speed and firepower to intercept hostile aircraft and missiles hundreds of miles from the carrier. It's the F-A-18 Hornet's turn to be launched. These are dual-role jets that are equipped to attack enemy positions or intercept enemy fighters. Forces Airborne and the Hawkeye, our control center for the mission, is communicating with Eastern flight leaders. All the squadrons are at their assigned altitudes and headings, on their way to the target. The The E2C reports enemy fighters or bandits coming in from the east. Another group from the south.
Actually, Tom, Talk 2, 28 miles, Angels 29. Talk 2 has a flag too high. 18 miles.
The strike aircraft have reached the target area and have started their bombing runs. The F-A-18s go in first to suppress enemy fire. They are followed by the A-6 intruders. The message is relayed that the area has been secured and we are signaled to return to base. From about 10 miles out, we're directed from the carrier's air traffic control center. When we have visual contact, we look for a pattern of lights on the Fresnel lens, a visual landing system that will guide us down to a smooth landing on the deck. There's the ball. We'll make final glide slope corrections to keep the ball in the center of the lens. Stay on the glide path and hit the deck. Putting 20 tons of airplane on a pitching deck in exactly the right position to catch a length of steel cable will get the adrenaline flowing in the veins of the most experienced pilot. These training missions go on 14 to 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. We practice air-to-air combat, in-flight refueling, bombing land targets, traps, and patch-outs. Day and night, this constant training will ensure success when and if we're called upon for the real thing.
Coordinate 8, Charlie 13, respond on Bravo.
Medic 19, respond at fading. 40-year-old female, number 58, okay, other than Lincoln, southeast. Respond at fading. Female, number 58, okay, other than Lincoln, southeast.
Southeast Capitol Hill neighborhood here. Any police activity here? Okay. K9. Probably going for lunch. Nah, yeah, he is.
When I get back there in the yard, I'll make a switch with you.
The place we're going, where all the cops, firefighters, government agents, Capitol Police, whatever, they all go to McLaren's. Down 8th Street, look to your right, and then left is engine 18 and truck 7. And not this light, but the next light. Yes, this is pretty good. Next to Blockbuster. How convenient. There's engine 18 and truck 7. Except obviously with a different color scheme.
corrected, full conscious with a shallow pulse and low respiration.
7 Michael, what's your email cut for 6?
Emergency 60 for course. About 500 surveillance emergency 6160 4 person.
Engine 18. Engine sub, transfer to engine 18.
Rear west, 118 battalion, 22 bomb, 1514, 43.
There it is.
Route 295 south.
The National
prior to
Theater.
Route 175.
Looks like a lot of the ones in England.
Engine
Down the hill here, off the horizon is Roslyn. We're going to be driving through Georgetown, the Georgetown section. It's actually the oldest section of D.C. It actually predates D.C. There was a village in Georgetown before there was a Washington, D.C. Early 18th century, basically. Founded about the same time as Alexandria was.
31 transferring to 33.
When you go down the hill here, about where that building where the white cupola is, from there on down is the old part of Georgetown. And it looks a lot like Alexandria because it was built about the same time as Alexandria. Excuse me. Of course, the cab drivers. But yeah, now's the change. You see the older stuff, the older style. Alright.
That guy in that van that was parked next to mine hit him up with a $120 parking ticket. He might have got mad, took that thing off the triple. That's bad, he had his mirror ripped off by you.
Not very pretty.
Y'all boys are too soft. You need to tell Sherwood.
Checking your status, medic 6 checking.
I'll never see you.
Medic 6 checking your status, advise on
Medic 6, Medic 6.
1525. I'm a look-see, but now he's getting far.
Any police activity or anything?
One here, medic. Back there.
Now, surely you see the bar light, and surely you see he's in your lane. Surely. I mean, you know, I know I think different than most of these morons, but logic would dictate that the car is stopped, but they wait till the last possible second to get over. Why is that? Because they're morons. Anyway, I've had my wounds. I feel better.
Okay, 420, California, about 2008, my last time we had your 47, 31,
Oh shit, I'm still on.
with a black top.
Man, beautiful. And Fort Myers over. My uncle used to live up here in this part of Roslyn. And right behind these buildings is the back end of Fort Myers.
Ambulance 25, respond.
In fact, they usually graze the horses on this hillside here for the caisson platoon. Helicopter to practice air assault. This is the Huey helicopter. Oh, there's two Huey helicopters here. They're just mock-ups.
4240 South Capitol Street Southeast.
And Fort Myers Fire Station is right over here. Where we're ready to go. See that horse trailer?
420.
Right there.
Tanker 43, truck 39, and the next driving special service.
Guess I can go out early tomorrow if I feel like it. Or maybe later tonight, we'll see.
Go to here, go to here.
Dr. Rock. $1.56 for diesel. That's outrageous. Fiscal Seminary on the right.
So it's common that
It's shit.
Yes, ma'am. Ready? 34703. An apartment.
202 is probably going down to the shop, I'm guessing. Because this is way out of their area. They're up in the northeast part of the city.
Q is 601 Eastern Avenue. What's your
There for his
status?
fuel or a shop. Maybe a class at 8, but it's kind of late for a class that was 4 o'clock. It's a reserve pumper.
And the 420 here for the ambulance, so they must respond. Has informative at 1221.
Short side trip. I think these are the new pumpers. Stand by. Stand by. Stand. I'm gonna stop and have a quick look if you don't mind.
Even like 7, it's a little narrower demarcation, but it's still nice.
That's no problem.
Right. All trouble is like out somewhere, you know, stuff on that. That could be a problem.
This is a little bit of a problem, but in the Crusader, I'd stand up and cruise.
You know, I was got my foot cut off the first day I was there.
Stand
You know,
with
you slam, you know, clunk, clunk.
Fairfax had 1 or 2 of them, didn't they?
Junk. I mean, to any pressure level. Oh yeah, the front of it. Yeah, with the.
Steps don't come out, you gotta jump.
I guess I don't know what the hell you have to do. You just jump out the window, I guess.
Right. It's an evolutionary process. Right. Yeah, oh yeah. Right. Well, your schedule up here, state schedule. I'll try, instead of driving 70 miles from Nashville, guess what? I can drive 70 miles up to Martin State Airport, because it's on each side of the ball. So yeah, that sucks. The schedule's not bad. It's a 52-hour week. It's not too bad. Basically, you work 1 16.5-hour shift and off 24. You work a 24-hour shift and off 3. Did a big T6 on Massachusetts Avenue.
I can remember driving the MD5 from Massachusetts Avenue, and that before that was the vice president's house, and that was the CNO's house. And we was going there all the time, and Costa, and that was a rough ride then. And Oshkosh,
You're right. It was here.
Yeah, one.
For the midfield terminal. That's the original tower, 1960.
Check the front door, front door.
That's, I do, because you're with Yeah. But how you doing? All right. EMS first responder, the engine from the station. Foreign concept. Friend of mine from England. Fire department's from EMS, and EMS first responder. Explain it all. It's foreign concept to the average.
It is to us
British
too.
fire.
I still don't know about chase ambulances, to tell you the truth. So don't feel bad.
They sent a fire truck with an ambulance?
Here, actually, the reason is if it's up on an aircraft, tight conditions, driving out there. You know, on that mask, there's a little button on the bottom of it. So you can put it in. Push it into the clips. Stainless nut. Stainless nut. Oh, we're sending an officer right now.
You're kidding. Kids? You're kidding.
We want to call back, you know.
Right. They don't know that.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Oh,
Police department. Now they're coughing now. Let's get better.
That's sad.
That's great that you're talking DC. I used to volunteer with you in Silver Hill. Sean Smith. Rick, what's that guy's name? He's a decent fireman now. He came from Virginia. He used to be a power line guy.
Billy Suttle.
Yeah,
I told
trucks are big.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
I said, hey man, people don't believe, you know.
Right.
But it's, you know, it's a lot of ambulances. It's all
Right.
But, you know, 18 calls, they were 13 yesterday. I'm telling you, it's like, get out of here. 13 calls. He's like, all right, 6 or 7, man, on the truck.
Right,
I said, but I'm not like hooking ceilings and stuff. I'm like, okay, side here, sir. Yeah.
Right, right.
So it's a lot different.
Oh, yeah. And of course, since September 11th, the national runs, as far as the aircraft runs, I think I got caught for active duty. I'm still in the Air Guard in Maryland, and I got caught for active duty on December 12th for 139 days.
Oh.
But before I left December 12th, they'd only had like 2 in-flights since September 11th. Two.
Oh, man.
That's I mean, it runs in the basement. And not they were burning town down anyway, but at least they did a little, you know.
Yeah.
But since the 11th, it's, you know. Well, yeah, the flights are picking up there, so that's a good thing. It was especially funny because they're supposed to be training hazmat test very soon, probably in the next month or two or so. Oh, really? Right. Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. Right. Extra pay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it was especially funny because remember, I got hired back in November. Of course, that's what she said. So I walked in. They were laughing at each other first day. What are you doing? What are you doing?
That is funny.
He's a sweetheart to work for too. They miss him already. Yeah, he's a sweetheart.
Oh, Hutchison.
Oh, yeah, Hutchison.
Yeah.
He's a sweetheart. It was easy living down there with him, you know.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a guy, a volunteer wolf, Ryan Godfrey was.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. He got a jamming assignment, truck 3. Yeah. The Midnight Express. Man. Yeah, that's a good house too. He'll be happy down there.
So you were at 12 acres?
12 on 3. Yeah.
Right. Man. So that's been hazmat part?
Yeah, and actually I was on the hazmat for years and years and years as a firefighter. I was a driver, and then I became sergeant. I stayed in 1st Battalion, but I changed shifts. I went to 3, and then in March, or I guess made acting lieutenant in December '99, and then in March of 2000, March of last year, when they reopened 3 engine, and they hazmat gave them a combination. So instead of we had officer 4 for hazmat and the guys on the engine, officer 3 on the engine, there was an officer at 4 for both. So basically, whichever one came in, we went on. Yeah, that was
Jesus. Yeah, I remember it rolling.